In the spotlight tonight is Iain Copland from Edinburgh, a lecturer. His specialist subject is Scottish Infantry Regiments since 1900. Frank Potter from the Wirral, an anaesthetist. His is the history of the City of Liverpool. Anna Statham from London, a retired secretary, and her subject is the life and works of Orlandus Lassus. And Shaun Wallace from Wembley, a barrister and lecturer, whose subject is the England football team in the European Championships. Hello, I'm John Humphreys and welcome to the sixth and last semi-final of Mastermind, which means that each of our four contenders tonight has already won a round. Tonight's winner will join the other five finalists in our grand final and a chance of winning a splendid glass bowl and, more importantly, the coveted title of Mastermind Champion. So, let's have the first contender, please. And your name is?
Iain Copland.
Your occupation?
I'm a lecturer.
The subject you chose last time around was coal porter. This time it is?
Scottish Infantry Regiments since 1900.
In 2 minutes, starting now, who became Colonel-in-Chief of the Black Watch in 1937 following the death of George V?
The Queen Mother, as was.
Indeed. Which regiment en route to Liverpool lost over 200 men when the train they were on crashed at Quinton's Hill in May 1915?
7th Battalion Royal Scots.
Yes. What was the name of the so-called Piper of Lewes of the King's Own Scottish borderers who played blue bonnets over the border as the men went over the top despite being under heavy fire?
Daniel Laidlaw.
It was. In May 1942, the 2nd Battalion of the Cameronians took part in the campaign to take which island from the Vichy government?
Mauritius.
Madagascar. Which Lieutenant Colonel in the Highland Light Infantry was awarded the Victoria Cross for twice heading counter-attacks at Bois-Favier in March 1918?
Pass.
In January 1959, the Royal Highland Fusiliers were formed by the amalgamation of the Royal Scots Fusiliers with which other regiment?
Highland Light Infantry.
Correct. What was the code name of the operation launched in February 1945 to push the Germans back and advance to the Rhine, in which the 1st Gordon Highlanders played a leading role?
Anvil.
Veritable. On 25th of April 1915, the Seaforth Highlanders suffered heavy casualties attacking which German position during the Second Battle of Ypres?
The Hohenzollern Redoubt.
St. Julian. To which territory, now an independent country, were the 2nd Camerons sent in 1941 to fight against the Italian army?
Eritrea.
Yes. What name is given to the wood in northern Flanders where a corner is named after the Black Watch following fierce fighting there in November 1914?
Belleau.
Polygon Wood. With which regiment did the Seaforth Highlanders amalgamate in 1961?
Sorry, the Queen's Own Cameron Highlanders.
Yes. What was the name of the hill north of Black's Link where the 2nd Royal Scots took up positions defending Hong Kong in December 1941?
Pass.
In November 1915, the 1st Argylls were dispatched to Lambert Camp, 4 miles north of which Turkish town, for operations in the Turkish Straits?
Pass.
What was the name of the British city to which the 1st Camerons, I've started so I shall finish, were sent in 1907 to give assistance to the civil authorities during local disturbances?
Belfast.
It was Belfast. You had 3 passes. In November 1915, the 1st Argylls were dispatched for operations in Salonika. The name of the hill north of Black's Link was Mount Nicholson, and William Herbert Anderson was the Lieutenant Colonel who won the Victoria Cross, famously. Iain Copland, you have 7 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. And your name?
Frank Potter.
Your occupation?
Anaesthetist.
Your subject last time around was World War II. Tonight it is?
The history of the City of Liverpool.
2 minutes, starting now. The generosity of which Irish-born banker and merchant made it possible for the city to build the free public library and museum which opened in October 1860?
William Brown.
Correct. Which Liverpool constituency was won by Bessie Braddock at the 1945 general election and was held by her for over 20 years?
Liverpool Exchange.
Correct. Opened in 1904. In which Liverpool Gardens is there a plaque dedicated to the French prisoners who died in the city during the Napoleonic Wars?
St Leon's Gardens.
Yes. Which architect who went on to design the traditional red telephone box was the designer and originally the joint architect of Liverpool's Anglican Cathedral?
Sir Giles Gilbert Scott.
Yes. In 1860, Charles Dickens enrolled in what line of work in Liverpool in order to undertake research for his novels?
Pass.
Which Liverpool-born pop star who had the real name Ronald Wycherley formed his first group when he was working as a member of the crew on a Mersey tugboat?
Jerry Marsden.
Billy Fury. What was the rather appropriate name of the horse which won the Grand National run at Aintree on the 26th of February 1839?
Lottery.
Yes. What is the official name of the large clock on the Liver building derived from the fact that it was set in motion on Coronation Day 1911?
Great Claude.
Yes. Which Liverpool department store was the scene of an horrific blaze in 1960, killing 11 people and contributing to changes in health and safety legislation?
Henderson's.
Yes. What is the name of the biennial exhibition of contemporary art first held at the Walker Art Gallery in 1957?
John Moores.
Yes. Who was the controversial deputy leader of Liverpool City Council whose militant tendencies and violent opposition to cuts in services led to his expulsion from the Labour Party in the 1980s?
Derek Hatton.
It was from 1880 to 1883 which renowned composer was the conductor of what is now the Royal Liverpool Philharmonic Orchestra?
Max Bruch.
Yes. Who was the city engineer of the first Mersey Tunnel who lived at 28 Ullett Road, Liverpool 17, where an English Heritage blue plaque is now located in his memory?
Mott. Basil Mott.
John Brodie. In April 1918, in which naval action of the First World War did the former Mersey ferries Daffodil and Iris II serve with distinction because of their shallow draft?
Radon Zeebrugge.
Yes. Built in 1854, I've started, so I shall finish. Built in 1854, St George's Hall stands on a site previously occupied by which medical institution?
The Royal Infirmary.
It was indeed the Liverpool Infirmary. One pass. It was as a special constable, as a policeman, that Charles Dickens enrolled. You had that one pass. Frank Potter, you have 12 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Anna Statham.
Your occupation?
I'm a retired secretary.
Your special subject last time was Dance to the Music of Time. This time it is?
The Life and Works of Orlandus Lassus.
2 minutes, starting now. At which Roman church did Lassus spend some time as Maestro di Capella around 1553?
St John Lateran.
Correct. From which Holy Roman Emperor did Lassus receive a patent of nobility at the Diet of Speyer in 1570?
Maximilian II.
Correct. Which celebrated Latin words form the opening of the text of the sixth of Lassus's penitential psalms?
Pass.
With which of his employers did Lassus maintain a friendly correspondence written in a mixture of languages from the early 1570s?
Wilhelm.
Correct. Which Flemish music printer in 1555 published the collection of madrigals and villanelles by Lassus that is sometimes referred to as its composer's Opus 1?
Jean de Light.
Tailman Susato. Which famous collection by Lassus in an uncharacteristically chromatic style was not published during his lifetime but was printed posthumously in 1600?
Prophetiae Sibyllarum.
Correct. Which sacred text from the Gospel according to St Luke did Lassus set to music close to 100 times?
Pass.
What is the name of the Cardinal Bishop and advisor to Philip II, who was the dedicatee of Lassus' first book of motets and was described in a letter as Dilettino della mia musica?
Charles Borromeo.
No, Perronneau. What is the name of the madrigal on which Lassus based a mass in 8 parts?
Bel Amphitrit Altera.
Yes. How many parts for singers or instrumentalists ad libitum does Lassus specify in the title of the Neue Deutsche Liedlein of 1567?
3.
5. Which Duke of Bavaria was responsible for bringing Lassus to Munich in 1556?
Albrecht.
Correct. Which popular Todescher tells the story of German soldiers in Italy and has a recurring refrain with nonsense syllables suggesting the sound of a lute?
Madonna Mia Cara.
Correct. What is the title of the chanson spirituelle to a text by Guyan Gairou that became one of Lassus's most famous and widely imitated works?
Suzanne and Jules.
Correct. Who is the author of the poem that forms the basis, I shall finish, the basis of the German song Ein Köbelmacher in ein Dorf?
Pass.
Well, I shall tell you, that was one of your 3 passes. It was Hans Sachs. The sacred text was the Magnificat, and the celebrated Latin words were De Profundis Clamarvi. So, those 3 passes you had. Anna Statham, 8 points. And our final contender, please. And your name is?
Shaun Wallace,
Your occupation?
barrister and part-time lecturer.
Your chosen subject in the first round was the European Champions League. This time it is?
England at the European Championships 1968 to 2003.
2 minutes, starting now. Whose penalty was saved in the sudden death shootout leading to Germany's victory over England in the 1996 semi-finals?
Gareth Southgate.
Correct. With which team did England finish level on points in Group 5 of the preliminary stages of the 2000 Championship, only qualifying by virtue of their better record against them?
Poland.
Yes, in the 6 qualifying games for the 88 finals, England scored 19 goals and conceded only 1 against whom?
Yugoslavia.
Yes, Lee Dixon's only England goal was in the 1-1 home draw with Ireland in March 91, but off which Irish defender's knee did his shot take a lucky deflection?
Steve Staunton.
Yes, who had a goal disallowed on his England debut in the 5-0 defeat of Cyprus in April 75?
Kevin Beattie.
Yes, who captained England for the first time in their 2-0 home victory over Bulgaria in a qualifier for the 1980 Championship?
Phil Thompson.
It was. Paul Ince was sent off in the away qualifying match against Sweden for the 2000 Championship. Who was sent off in the return fixture?
Paul Scholes.
Yes, Alan Mullery became the first England player to be sent off when he aimed a retaliatory kick against which Yugoslav forward in the semi-final of the 68 Championship?
Trivic.
Correct. Who nodded down Beckham's pass to enable Wayne Rooney to score his first ever England goal in the qualifier against Macedonia in September 2003?
Emil Heskey.
Yes. Which team did England play for the first time in a full international fixture on the 3rd of February 71 in a championship qualifier?
Malta.
It was. By what score did England beat Turkey in the European Championship qualifier played on the 14th of October 87?
8-0.
Yes. Who on his debut set up Martin Peters for his goal in the 1-1 draw with Scotland in the European Nations Cup in February 68?
Roger Hunt.
Mike Summerby. Who scored England's only goal in the 92 finals in Sweden?
David Platt.
Yes, in his 50th and last game for England, who conceded the penalty that gave Denmark a vital win over the home side at Wembley in September 1983?
Phil Neal.
Yes, who embarrassed David Seaman by scoring direct from a corner when, I'll finish the question, when England drew 2-2 with Macedonia at the St Mary's ground?
Artem Sakiri.
It was indeed. You had no passes, you got only 1 wrong. Shaun Wallace, you have 14 points. So that takes us to the end of our first round, the specialist subjects. Let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 7, Iain Copland. In 3rd place with 8, Anna Statham. 2nd place, 12 points, Frank Potter. In the lead with 14 points, Shaun Wallace. So, round 2 now, general knowledge, and if there is a tie at the end of this round, then the number of passes are taken into account, and the contender with the fewest number of passes will be declared the winner. If there's still a tie on points, then there is a 5-question playoff. So, let's get on with the general knowledge round, and let me ask Iain Copland to join us again, if you would, please. Quite a contrast between your last subject, which was Cole Porter, and this one, Scottish Infantry Regiments, of whom there were a very large number way back in 1900.
There were 10 regular and about 35 assorted.
And there are now...
6.
Big drop.
Big drop.
What's happened then? Why?
Amalgamations, mainly. The Highlanders are 3 regiments. The Royal Highland Fusiliers, 2 regiments. The Cameronians just packed it in and went home.
Good heavens. So they have a lot of autonomy, regiments?
They have a lot of autonomy. Depends how powerful your Colonel-in-Chief is.
Right, well, you had 7 points with your knowledge of the regiments. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. 2 minutes. Hillary Rodham Clinton was elected in November 2000 to serve as a senator for which American state?
New York.
Correct. Which Parisian basilica was erected as a symbol of penitence for the blood shed during the Commune and Franco-Prussian War in 1870-71?
Pass.
In which country is the Cape Verde Peninsula the most westerly point in mainland Africa?
Gabon.
Senegal. For which dancer did Michel Fouquin create The Dying Swan in 1907?
Nijinsky.
Pavlova. Which novel, first published in 1719, has a fuller title that's prefaced with the words The Life and Strange Surprising Adventures of
Alexander Selkirk.
Robinson Crusoe? Saint Apollonia is the patron saint of people suffering from what painful complaint?
Leprosy.
Toothache. Which churchman was Prime Minister of Zimbabwe Rhodesia from June to December 79 in the transitional period from white to black rule?
Pass.
Which popular song of the Second World War is set to music that's best known work of Norbert Schulze?
Siegfried Line.
Lili Marlene. Which of London's bridges features a model of St Paul's Cathedral, is known as Little St Paul's on the Water by the boatmen of the Thames?
London Bridge.
Vauxhall Bridge. Spanish, Cuban and Philippine are varieties of which deep reddish-brown wood valued in furniture making?
Mahogany.
Yes. Who wrote the autobiographical poem The Prelude or The Growth of a Poet's Mind?
Gray.
Wordsworth. What was the title of Millet's painting of his grandson William James that was bought by Pears to advertise their soap?
Bubbles.
Yes. Which mushroom with a funnel-shaped cap and thick gills has the botanical name Cantharella cibarius and is mainly found in woodlands during the autumn?
Truffle.
Chanterelle. Which writer and lifelong companion of Jean-Paul Sartre contributed with him to the existentialist movement?
Beauvoir.
Yes. According to legend, in which Irish town is St Patrick buried?
Limerick.
Downpatrick. Which island off the Pacific coast of Canada, discovered by Captain Cook in 1778, was named after the Royal Navy captain who surveyed it in 1792?
Vancouver.
Yes. Which of their gods did the ancient Greeks consult? I shall finish the question through the oracle at Delphi.
Zeus.
Apollo. You had 2 passes there. The churchman who briefly became Prime Minister of Zimbabwe Rhodesia, which was Bishop Abel Muzorewa, and the Parisian Basilica was erected as a symbol of penitence. It was Sacre-Cœur. Iain Copland, 2 passes, 12 points. And now Anna Statham, please. And Dance to the Music of Time, the Anthony Powell books.
Yes.
Last time around, Orlandus Lassus this time around, of whom some people will not have heard.
No, but in his day he was very, very famous indeed.
For what?
There are a lot of French songs, chansons, which I particularly like, German songs and madrigals, villanellas.
And some quite, certainly for the time, saucy stuff.
Oh,
rather
yes.
surprisingly.
Yes, though he said in later life that he very much regretted some of the songs that he'd written in his younger days.
Right, well, you had 8 points with Lassus. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. In 1869, Captain George Moody became the first master of which sailing ship built for the China tea trade?
A pass.
What is the name of the group of extremely fibrous minerals of which the most widely used is chrysotile?
Pass.
Which science fiction novelist, born in 1903, also wrote as John Bainan and Lucas Parkes?
Ray Bradbury.
John Wyndham. The 2002 Football World Cup was hosted jointly by South Korea and which other country?
Japan.
Yes. Scented leaf, zonal and regal are cultivars of which plant, often incorrectly called geraniums?
Pass.
Which 2 surveyors gave their names to the boundary line between Maryland and Pennsylvania that they defined to resolve a long-standing dispute?
Mason and Dixon.
Yes. On which Welsh mountain did the rivers Severn and Wye both rise?
Snowdon.
Plinlimmon. The Rainbow was the first novel by D.H. Lawrence to feature the sisters Ursula and Gudrun Brangwen. What was the title of the second?
Women in Love.
Yes. Which Asian country's national airline, Garuda, is named after a mythical Hindu bird?
Air India.
Indonesia. What name is given to a hypothetical region of space believed to form when a star collapses whose gravitational attraction is so great that even light cannot escape from it?
A black hole.
Yes, in 2001, composer Luciano Berio wrote a new ending for which Puccini opera?
La Bohème.
Turandot. What is the ridge between the shoulder blades of a horse called?
Withers.
Yes, the first volume of which film actor's autobiography is entitled A Postilion Struck by Lightning?
Dirk Bogarde.
Yes, which South American country's capital city lies closest to the equator?
Venezuela.
Ecuador. In the Book of Revelation, what is the name of the battlefield where the final struggle between the forces of good and evil occurs on Judgment Day?
Armageddon.
Yes, you had 3 passes. It is the pelargonium that we were looking for, the plant, not the geranium. What is the name of that group of extremely fibrous minerals? Asbestos. And the Cutty Sark is the ship of which Captain George Moody became the first master. So 3 passes, Anna Statham, 15 points. And now Frank Potter, please. And you took a vast subject the last time around, World War II, slightly more limited this time, the city of Liverpool. Born there, lived there?
Yes, yes, hometown.
And it was a very, very important town at one time, wasn't it? City.
Oh, indeed, yeah.
Second city of the empire.
No, it's said that you can tell a Liverpudlian because he knows that since 1880 that title belongs to London.
Ah. Why was it so important? Presumably because of the port.
Yes, I think, trade. It's still a very important port for the UK.
But not as it was.
But not as it was, no. It doesn't involve employing thousands of people anymore. And it's geographically confined to a fairly small area now.
So, you had 12 points last time around. Let's see how you do with your general knowledge. 2 minutes starting now. What is the name of the American space station launched in 1973 and the 3 subsequent manned missions to it?
Pass.
In which country is the Order of the Elephant instituted by Christian I an honour?
Pass.
Rossini's opera La Cenerentola and Massenet's opera Cendrillon are based on which fairy story?
Cinderella.
Yes. Which Spanish artist produced a series of etchings, The Disasters of War, between 1810 and 1814?
Goya.
Yes. Which member of the grouse family, a native of the Scottish Highlands, is the only British bird to change its plumage from summer to winter?
Termagant.
Yes. Of which Canadian province is Fredericton the capital?
Alberta.
New Brunswick. Which 1963 Western starred Paul Newman in the title role as the wastrel son of a proud Texas rancher?
Hood.
Yes. In Greek mythology, who lost her race with Milanion or Hippomenes when she bent down to pick up the golden apples?
Diana.
Atalanta. The ormer or sea ear is a species of mollusk that is a culinary speciality of which islands?
Pass.
Which republic unilaterally declared its independence in November 1991 after a coup which brought the former Soviet Air Force General Dzhokhar Duraev to power as its president?
Chechnya.
Yes. Which ancient Greek dramatist wrote the tragedy Antigone?
Pass.
In the classic episode of Father Ted, based on the film Speed, what was the occupation of Pat Mustard?
Milkman.
Yes. The Bekaa Valley is the main agricultural region of which Middle Eastern country?
Lebanon.
Yes. In Mervyn Peake's fantasy trilogy, what is the name of the castle in which Titus, the 77th Earl of Groan, lives?
Gormenghast.
Yes. Which American religious sect founded in the 18th century manufactured simplistic furniture that is much prized today?
Shaker.
Yes. At which motor racing circuit is the British Grand Prix currently run?
Silverstone.
Yes. Which Gilbert and Sullivan opera contains its alternative title in the last line of its libretto, each of us then will wed the other, nobody be Bunthorne's bride?
Pass.
And the answer to that question, I can tell you, you had 5 passes altogether. That was Patience, the name of that operetta. The ancient Greek dramatist was Sophocles. The ormer is a speciality of the Channel Islands. It is Denmark that has the Order of the Elephant, and the American space station was Skylab. So you had 5 passes, you had 12 points, you now have 22 points. And finally, Shaun Wallace, please. So, you were in the lead at the end of that first round with 14 points. You obviously know a huge amount about football this time and last time around. In fact, you got them all right but that one, which you were very cross about.
Yeah, because I knew it was my son. I don't know what made me say Martin Peters, actually.
Yeah, peculiar, isn't it? Why the interest? Do you play football?
I used to play at Sunday League standard. I played a couple of games semi-pro back in the late 80s, but it's just a passion for it ever since I was a little boy, you know, watching football. I just love it. Right,
well, you have 14 points in the bag. The score to beat is 22 points. Let's see if you can do that with your general knowledge. Starting now. With a name meaning all gifts, who in Greek mythology was the first woman on Earth?
Pandora.
Yes, which crime writer claimed to have worked for Pinkerton's National Detective Agency on the Fatty Arbuckle case in 1920s Hollywood?
Alan Pinkerton.
Dashiell Hammett. Which element, the heaviest of the group 7 or halogen elements, has the chemical symbol AT?
Astatine.
Yes, which volcano, one of the Lipari Islands, is nicknamed the Lighthouse of the Mediterranean?
Mount Etna.
Stromboli. Who succeeded Peter Mandelson as Secretary of State for Northern Ireland in 2001, leaving to become Labour Party chairman in October 2002?
John Reid.
Yes, meaning in Latin a bit, what name is given to the part of a cone or pyramid formed by cutting off the top at a plane parallel to the base?
Parabola.
Frustrum. Who wrote the 2003 novel Brick Lane about an 18-year-old Bangladeshi woman who moves to London?
Zadie Smith.
Monica Ali. Camogie, played by women in Ireland, is a modified version of which game?
Shinty.
Hurling. In which 1940 animated feature film did Walt Disney provide the voice of Mickey Mouse for the last time?
Fantasia.
Yes. Pilgrims of which religion hold the festival Kumbh Mela 4 times over an approximate 12-year cycle at 4 different sites?
Hindu.
Yes. The human body normally contains about 14 milligrams of iodine. In which organ of the body is it mainly stored?
The thyroid.
Yes, according to the sonnet by Shelley, the words "Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair" are carved on the pedestal of the ruined statue of which ancient tyrant?
Draco.
Ozymandias. In which ancient language was the Kama Sutra written?
Sanskrit.
Yes. Which London piazza was modelled by its architect Inigo Jones on the one in the Tuscan town of Livorno?
The Palladian.
Covent Garden. Which condiment provides the principal flavouring of the French brown sauce Robert?
Pepper.
French mustard. In the well-known Stanley Holloway monologue, what was the name of the little boy who was eaten by a lion called Wallace at Blackpool Zoo?
Tom.
Albert. What age do horses have to be to run in the English Derby? I've started, so I shall finish in the English Derby.
3.
3 years old is correct. Shaun Wallace, you had 14 points. You have 22 points. And no passes. Shaun Wallace. So, at the end of that exciting round, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 12 points, Iain Copland. In 3rd place with 15 points, Anna Statham. In 2nd place with 22 points and 6 passes, Frank Potter. In 1st place with 22 points and no passes, Shaun Wallace. So, Shaun Wallace is our winner tonight and our 6th and last finalist. He will join the other 5 for our grand final and may, who knows, go on to be our Mastermind champion. Congratulations to him and our thanks to the other semi-finalists who did so well. Please join us next time for our grand final. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Our Health System in Action documentary, Keeping Britain Alive, the NHS in a Day, is here tonight at 9. Up next today on BBC Two, from Wexford to Killiney with Coast.